What's up, YouTube? This is Shaman Booski coming at you with some more Final Fantasy X action. We saw Sin attack Kilika, or at least the port, and we seen what was called a sending by Yuna, which was pretty intense. And something that's been bothering me is I didn't really comment much on it because I didn't want to speak over anything that they were saying, and I didn't know when they were going to talk. But Lulu was being kind of rude to Tidus, in my opinion. But it also makes sense the more you know about the story. So her basically saying, "Hey, you're an idiot, and you should know this stuff. Are you sure it's just your memory that's the problem?" I don't know. I guess that might have been her way of communicating that maybe she feels as though he should be able to read the room, so to speak, and not be so I don't know, maybe kind of ignorant. But anyway, I just wanted to mention that because I didn't mention it then, and I don't know, it's been on my mind, so now you know. Let's do this.
Hey, you awake? Captain Walker's waiting for you.
Alright, Walker, well, you're going to have to wait because we're going to go over here and do this first. There's this little kid. Yeah, right there.
Huh? Whoa!
Okay, now you can actually do that later, but if you do, you're just going to have to go back this direction anyway to get something. So I'd rather do it now. Alright, so that little kid on the left is the one that was in that breaking home that fell into the water. And I guess it's this girl's sister. You're the one who saved my sister, right? That treasure box contains a token of my appreciation. Please accept my thanks. Alright, lady. Well, thanks. Appreciate you. And that's what you would have missed if you didn't do that. Alright, so there's an Albed primer here above this guy. I'm going to cut to the other video and show you. Alright, so you can see the book above that guy, so let's grab it. Albed primer number 4. T equals D. And then a rank. Alright, there it is. Alright, now that you're back, let's go ahead and continue with the story. So there's Waka. Yeah.
Ah, there you are. Be said Aurochs, huddle. On to the temple, where we pray for victory. Go! High Summoner O'Holland used to live in the Kilika Temple here. Yup, Lord O'Holland was once a great blitzer, you know.
Waka.
Hmm?
Praying for victory's all good. But is this right?
Something wrong with enjoying blitzball?
Is this really the time?
This is the only time. The players fight with all their strength. The fans cheer for their favorite team. They forget pain, suffering. Only the game matters. That's why Blitz has been around for so long. At least that's what I think.
Whatever you say.
Let's play and win, right?
Right.
Temple's beyond the jungle there. Let's go.
Beyond the jungle, huh? Okay. Alright, so this is that shop that was closed before. Hey you, hands off the merchandise. Oh, you're a customer, are you? I could have read that better. But anyway, if you want to get some new weapons, you can. I'm not going to do that. But I am going to take a time out and sell some of my junk. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. There's a couple things I wanted to show you all because this is kind of like advanced tactics. So I'm going to show you how to sort. So if you go to, let's say, your items, you can go to sort, and then I usually just do auto. And what that will do is it will, reorganize your things in a more readable way. It helps a lot, particularly for the end game when you have a bunch of weapons and stuff. So if you go to equipment and you do auto, especially if you sell a bunch of junk, what that'll do is all of the stuff that's in your inventory will be on top of the list, and everything that you get that you pick up for rewards will be on the bottom. So anytime that you go to a vendor, you can, you know, talk to him and say, hey, sell some stuff. You go to sell, and then all the new crap will be like way down here at the bottom instead of mixed in with all these other things, which can be a headache. So that's a little tidbit for you. And while we're doing this, let's go ahead and work on this sphere grid because I'm so concerned about the gameplay. I haven't been paying too much attention to this, which hasn't really mattered because we haven't done anything significant recently. Moving on up, learning some stuff. And I don't remember having this many ability spheres before. Like, I mean, it's great, but there's definitely a chance that you can mess up and not have enough. We got a lot of strength spheres, which is awesome. Alright, so for Kamari, he is a different... I don't know how to put it. Like, he starts in a weird spot. So basically, he can do anything. He can go up to Titus's grid, which is up there. Let me zoom out. He can go left to Yuna's grid and, you know, start with what she does. He can go down left to Riku's grid and start there, which it's over here. You get the idea. She can go to Lulu, he can go to Waka. And so this guy can really go any way he wants. Now what I like to do is I usually try to make sure that he has scan, which is right there. Yeah. So I usually work to the right and then go around this way first. Darn it, right there. And then just go down. And then hopefully by the time I get over here, I'll have at least one, well actually I guess two level 1 keys, and then that way I could go over to Riku's grid just to get still and use. That way somebody on my party will have that for now. But then after that you can go any way you want. I think usually I go kind of more Waka's route. I don't really remember, but I usually do melee, so I take him down here, I think, which is great because it basically gives you a lot of abilities that can debuff your enemies with melee. It doesn't really matter too much now, but it definitely is going to matter later in the story, so that's kind of the path I choose. But you can do any of them. It's not like any of them are wrong. It's just personal preference. Yeah, got 3 for Titus. Alright, we are out of speed spheres, which is okay because that's all we needed. I already did my re-equipping whenever I was selling stuff. I recommend that you do that. And there is one more thing. I guess I should have mentioned that before. I should have mentioned it at the beginning, actually. So if by chance Waka, actually any of them, have a weapon that has an element strike on it, like water strike or thunder strike or fire strike or whatever it's called, anything like that, you want to make sure that you always at least have 2 different balls for him to use. One that has those things and one without. Because if you get up against an enemy that, let's say you get up against a water enemy and he has water strike, well, whenever you hit him, you'll actually heal that enemy instead of hurt it. So I recommend that you always keep 2 if you got those weapons. And you can get those weapons by now, I know, because I've done it. So let's go ahead and move on with the story. Oh, that guy right there is that Kulikan? I think that's Kulikan. He's like the best player on their blitzball team. Later you can come back and try to recruit people. He's a beast. He's a really good midfielder. I think that's him. My favorite though, like one that I actually recruit for my team, is this girl whose sister we saved. What is her name? I'm trying to remember. I don't know, whatever her name is. She's the one that I get. She's a pretty good, if I remember correctly, I use her as a defender. And we go in this shack, get this chest. You can talk to all these people if you want and like get, you know, learn the culture and the people and stuff, but I'm just going to move on with it.
What's up?
Yuna's saying she wants you with us.
Huh?
I want to ask you to be my guardian.
You know what? There's no time for jokes, yeah? He may be a blitzball whiz kid, but up against fiends, he's a newbie.
Not a guardian, then. I just want him nearby.
What?
What? What do you mean?
It's just that, well,
We're all going to the temple anyway. Can't this wait till later?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have...
There's nothing to be sorry about. I'm just not really sure what's going on.
My apologies.
All right, Kamari. I see you're trying to make an appearance. Okay, so I think Lulu and Kamari knew what was going on, which is, I think Yuna is smitten. So there's that. All right, let's try to read this sign.
Kimari, why don't you use Lancet on it?
What's a lancet?
Normally, it's a skill that weakens enemies and heals the user. But when a Ronso uses it, that Ronso can sometimes learn Fiend's abilities.
Hey, sounds cool.
All right, well, she just explained it, so I don't have to. You use Lancet, and sometimes you can learn abilities from fiends. He learned Seed Cannon. Whatever. I guess I'll go ahead and show you just for the purpose of showing you what he does. Now, when he fought before, like when we fought him one-on-one, and he did that little jump, pole stab thing, that's what jump is. So I'll show that another time. I'll try to load it soon. Alright, so that's kind of neat, I guess. Darn it. I should have made sure everybody got a turn. I need to level people up equally. Dang, that's a lot more experience. Did you see that? I think we just got 20 AP for killing that thing. We've been getting a lot less. Alright, something is written here. You're not going to know what that means. That becomes important later in the game. It's kind of a riddle, I guess you could say.
Company, halt!
The fiend before us is Ochu, Lord of the Wood. We've had trouble with this one before. Remember, discretion is the better part of valor.
Alright, which is basically his way of saying that you can be a wuss.
Standing guard, sir. Standing guard, sir.
You can be a wuss and like run around that thing.
The Ochu is no garden variety fiend. We could throw 100 crusaders at it and still lose. Ochu poison is a surefire way to get to the far plane and fast.
Oh, thanks, man. Good looking out. Let's just go this way. Yeah, I got a chest. There isn't anything on the left path, but if you don't believe me, you can still go that way and look. Let's try to get everybody an attack this time. Oh, I should have maybe tried to use his Lancet again. Whenever he uses Lancet, if he can learn an ability from that enemy for the first time, it will charge his overdrive completely. But after that, it doesn't. So once you know the ability, you can't, you know, charge his overdrive independently. All right, let's switch. I want to make sure everybody gets a turn.
I could take care of those alone, huh? Yeah.
That's true. You could. But we don't need you to. Gosh darn it, I didn't shorten the... I'm doing it after this fight. I'm going to make myself do it before I forget again. I am going to shorten that little intro thing. Yeah, that is... We're actually getting some experience here, people. This is awesome. Alright. I am going to change Aeons to short, which means their intro, you know, when they come onto the field and stuff, it's going to take less time. Let's go ahead and heal some people. Well, I guess I don't really need to heal. It's just Lulu has such little HP that she's always in critical. Alright, so the two people on the left here run around. This person doesn't. Recrusaders are training for the upcoming operation. Call on us if you see any sin spawn. Are you heading for Kilika Temple? Then just follow this trail. There are poisonous fiends in the forest. Be on your guard. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. If you go right, you're going to run into that Ochu thing, so go up here. I'm just going to go ahead and clear the forest of all of the items that I can get before we try to fight that thing. Many fiends have been sighted in areas attacked by sin. Please be careful on your journey. High potion. Thanks. Appreciate it. So, I was about to say I'm surprised we're not getting more encounters here, but way to run it, guys.
Leave that one to Lou.
Yeah, I'm more than aware that the melee isn't going to do anything to those. I'm just getting experience, like I told you all before. melee Yuna. Go in instead of defending.
Now what?
Yeah, it's really cool because
Anyone thirsty?
there's several enemies like this one, obviously, that Lulu is really kind of priceless on. I mean, she's in my personal playstyle, she's not very powered up, but for stuff like that, she does great. Lux Sphere. Hey, that's actually really awesome. Now, the way Lux Spheres work is you can, if there is a empty spot on your sphere grid, like the one to the right of where she is right now, you can put a Lux Sphere there. Now, the negative of that is you have to have a Fortune Sphere to be able to activate the Lux Sphere. So putting it in your sphere grid isn't going to matter if you don't have the Fortune Sphere to activate it. So I recommend that you just keep it until later. Alright, so basically we are going to... Oh, that's not good. Well, what I was going to say was basically we're going to try to make our way back to
Light shines
that
strong,
save sphere.
our woe be gone.
I'm probably going to cut and charge all of my overdrives, and then we will go with that Ochu dude. Oh darn it, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to switch.
Make way!
No worries. It's over. I'm good, yeah?
All right. I wonder if I should... Like, I'm so underpowered that I feel like I need to heal myself constantly. I thought about stopping to heal myself there. Alright, now check this out. This should be a lot shorter than the one that we had before. See? Like it didn't dive out of the sky like before, it just showed it like when it was hitting the ground. It's like cut out, I don't know, a few seconds anyway. Alright, so we're back at the save sphere. I'm going to cut and get my overdrive charged. Alright guys, I'm back. I got my overdrives up and I only did one battle. So however much experience you get from killing 2 of those like fire bees and 1 lizard. And we need to go ahead and use our S levels. Get through this a little bit. Maybe go into this fight a little bit stronger, because I'm sure you guys are a lot stronger than I am right now. I wouldn't need to do this though. Like this isn't necessary. This is just kind of a quality of life type thing. But I am pretty gimped. I don't know how long in the game I would have to go before I would really be too awful concerned about any of this. I know it would be a while, but I don't know exactly when. Maybe like 3 or 4 episodes from now, but whatever. Yeah, some magic. Should be doing more damage. That's actually really awesome because I suspect I'm going to rely quite a bit on Lulu in this fight. Alright, looks like we're going to get a new ability. What is it? Silence attack. You know, that actually comes at a convenient time because I'm pretty sure that that's usable against Ochu. Let's check the equipment. Some of this stuff isn't useful, but some of it kind of is. Better to have like a full slot than an empty slot, so that part can't really hurt. Go ahead and touch that, make sure you're healed up, and then let's do this. Alright, you overgrown pot and plant. You are about to get beat up. Alright, so let's just unload on this thing. I'm halfway tempted just to do regular attacks just so that you all can see that this isn't that hard of a fight. But, I mean, you all are able to do the same things I am, so I don't know why you wouldn't be able to come into this fight more capable than I am. Basically saying that you should be doing a lot more damage, taking a lot less damage, things of that nature. Let me go ahead and show you Kamari's jump overdrive because I showed you all the seed cannon before. Alright. Did a little bit of damage. Let's get Lulu in here. Might as well do her overdrive too. And unfortunately, I'm kind of willing to bet it's probably not going to do that much damage. Might as well just be doing a regular attack. Actually, that's not bad. Let's see what 2489 left. Whatever. I'll just attack it. Yeah, I'm not going to use him. I'll just let him sit in the back while we beat on this thing. Alright, so whenever this thing falls asleep, it is vital that you immediately wake it up, because if you don't, it's going to heal for a lot. To wake it up, all you got to do is hit it with a physical attack. So let's do that. It shouldn't do that much damage. Like, well, a couple hundred. Alright, Lulu, step it up. Look how weak we are. We are just so ridiculously weak. Oh, that's crazy. Alright, let's get him out of the field. Don't want anybody dying. You know what? We can go ahead and summon. Get Valifor out here. Get them overkills. I don't really remember the overkill threshold for this thing, but I do remember that it is not high. So it's probably like between 500 and 1,000. Let's just go on the high end and say like 1,000. So we need to get a pretty big overkill, which honestly, I probably didn't even have to do that. I probably could have overkilled it from 600, but just to be sure. Man, it's a shame you can't, like, I don't want to spoil anything, but I don't know any other way to say this. It's a shame that you can't go back in the game and give that dog a reward for digging up this overdrive forest. It's kind of funny. Alright, so this is actually pretty cool. So the items that you can get for this fight, I believe, are either MP spheres or HP spheres. The MP spheres, if you put them into your...
A summoner and her guardians. Very impressive.
Sir, we should fight too.
We'll get our chance soon enough.
Young crusaders gather around. We'll beat sin into the ground.
Gotta love Gata's optimism. Alright, so what I was going to say was, let's find... Oh, that's a great example right there. So if you wanted to, you could use an MP sphere and put it in that empty slot. And it will... Here, I'll just do it. And then if you use a mana sphere, you'll get 40 MP, which is pretty cool. You can use it on any character, I guess, depending on the fight. And you would think that it would be better on Yuna or Lulu, but Tidus definitely has low mana, which you don't need to use a lot of mana with him, but if you came to a fight where you were wanting to like haste everybody whenever you get haste or something like that, it could be more, you know, it could be useful to maybe do that for him. Here, let me show you the stats. So she has 144, Kamari 78, she had 112. Alright, so basically Waka and Tidus only have 30 and 32 respectively, so either one of them, probably more Tidus because he's the one that would be buffing the party. Waka would only be using it to debuff whatever your enemy is, so he would probably only be doing it like maybe a couple or a few times a battle, whereas Tidus might do it several times, so that could be something to look into. Actually, while we're here, might as well go ahead and spin these S levels. Extract speed. So basically what extract speed does is if you use it in battle, your reward when you defeat the enemy will likely be speed spheres, which are what activate or I'm sorry, I said that backwards. It'll be speed spheres, which activate like your agility spheres, basically. Or the speed spheres that are on the grid. I don't know. You get the idea. I think of it like agility in my head, but I guess technically it is speed. Alright, we finally get to learn Scan, which is basically the same thing that Sensor on the weapons does, but like way more detailed. Like it gives you way more information about the enemy. You can't scan every enemy, but you can scan most of them. Alright, now we did get a, like a scepter or something. Belladonna wand. So, well, that's actually kind of funny. So, if you equip this and you hit somebody with Yuna's weapon, there's a chance that it will poison that enemy. I think poison touch is a low chance. I think it's like 30%. I don't really know. I haven't looked that up in a long time, but something like that. Alright, let's just go ahead and make sure that we're healed up enough in case we run into some random thing. Alright, we're going to talk to him because I think he gives us something.
Do your best, kid. Waka's counting on you.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'm pretty sure Gata doesn't. I'm just going to go to the save sphere, touch it, and then keep going. Now, if you go up to the spot on the road where, you know, you went over that log and the people were running back and forth in the wood, well, the person that was standing there, I'm pretty sure that person gives you something too.
Nothing to fear, the hero's here!
Okay, Titus. He seems awful excited. If I remember correctly, I think these things give like a lot of experience.
You called? Yeah!
Man, such a time saver, making his intro short. You know, there's going to be a time when I try to kind of show you all how to, you know, like fight all the enemies. I haven't been going out of my way to not be in battle when you are watching, but I have tried to limit it because I don't want you all just to sit and watch me battle stuff that you don't care about. But I do think there's a time coming when that's going to be kind of good information for you to know, so that might start happening more. Alright, what does this one say? I can't believe you defeated Ochu. Say, how would you like to join the Crusaders? I'm good, lady. Here's a little something for your victory. Alright, got ourselves a shield. And then let's go talk to the other. I don't know if this person gives you anything or not. They might, I can't remember. For some reason, I thought Waka was going to go first, but clearly not.
Yeah! Ow!
Glad that didn't hit Lulu, because that would have ended her day. Alright, so these fire bee things are vulnerable to ice, so let's do this.
My turn now!
You know, it's ironic that that happened because that definitely could have knocked her out, but she dodged it. If she wouldn't have dodged that, I'm pretty sure she would have bit the dust. Man, that's just so much experience. Every crusade must pray. Oh, crusader. I'm an idiot. Every crusader must pray for the fiend's souls. We all want the dead to find peace on the far plane, right? I did not read that very well. Fiends are everywhere. Never let your guard down. Alright, well, clearly that person doesn't give us anything. Alright, lizard. I'll take you out. Alright, I'm just gonna get everybody a turn real quick.
You called? Yeah.
Alright, Lulu. Do it big.
Oh. These stone steps have a history, you know. Yep. Lord O'Holland trained here at his peak.
A race, huh? Think you can beat me?
Yuna, if you would.
Ready?
Hey!
Ah, huh? Hey!
Alright, I know they're running up the hill, and you can, I guess, you would be able to catch them, but let's just do this.
Kids.
I want you all to remember this.
Kids.
Like, she seems so happy and bubbly right there. Remember that for the next episode, because I'm going to end this one here. In between episodes, I'm also going to go ahead and go back and charge my overdrives, but I will see you guys in the next one.